Dr. Gilda, what do we have today?
Well, the headline is this: Nicole Kidman hints at emotional struggles after Keith Urban split.
Hmm.
Frankly, I would wonder if she didn't have emotional struggles or anybody have emotional struggles after a split in a relationship that has lasted 2 decades.
Yep.
They have two kids, 17 and
Hmm.
14. The kids have been involved with their lives. The kids seem as though they're going into the business as well. And of course, she drops out and does her movies and gets thoroughly immersed in those. And it's always wonderful to find another cause, another thing to do when you are emotionally upset. When I got divorced, I remember what happened. I just took on more work than I could even handle because all this work was coming at me. And I just, yes, yes, I could do it. I could do it just so that I would become immersed in that and not immersed in me. And so it's not unusual that somebody coming out of a 2 decade long relationship and marriage would feel emotionally distraught. The question is, so what do we do after that? If she weren't emotionally distraught, I would frankly wonder, is she real or is she plastic? I mean, this is what humans do. We feel, we emote, and we hurt. And there's nothing wrong in admitting you're hurting. Now, it's so interesting to find the differences between what men do and how they handle things and what women do and how they handle breakups. Men, for example, will go out to a bar, get drunk, stay with their buddies, not tell their buddies, "Oh, I'm hurting, I'm damaged, I'm this, I'm that." They will not go through that. And then they'll find somebody else find her under the sheets with him, and they think that's going to make it easier. Women don't usually do that. We tend to cry to our girlfriends and get angry with our girlfriends about what he did and all these other horrible things. But in the end, all these emotions have got to come out, and we can cover them up at work. Nicole Kidman can cover up all of her pain through doing another movie, getting into the character of another person. And so she'll lose her own sense of self for a little while. But trust me, I have been on the stage long enough to know the circus leaves town. The circus leaves town, and then you are standing there all by yourself. The audience is gone, the applause is gone, and there's nobody but you. And you have to still come to grips with what happened. And for anybody out there going through any kind of breakup, especially during the holidays, keep in mind you look in the mirror and you start to note what part of this breakup was mine. And you go through all the details. Why did you find this person acceptable, attractive, interesting to be with? What attracted you? What magnetized you to that person?
Hmm.
Because part of every single breakup is us. We are in part to blame because the meshing is coming apart. And we are part of that meshing. So I love listening to people who say, "Oh, and he did this, and he did this, and I could live there." And you hear these people screaming and yelling about what he did or what she did.
Right.
But the question is, and I always ask this question when I'm working with somebody, what was your role in this relationship? How do you think you conducted yourself? If you were to do it again, what would you do differently? These are all questions we must answer because I promise you, if you don't clear out all the cobwebs, you will only return to similar cobwebs with just a different person and a different body because you will still be manifesting your same behaviors. You have got to change. And if you think you've changed, make sure it's enough to attract somebody totally different. I wish you well, especially during the holidays, because holidays can be lonely times. So God bless you all, and please understand that you don't want to repeat the same mistakes. You should have a mantra, and here's a Gildagram for you. May my next mistakes be new mistakes. You don't want to repeat the old.
All right. That was the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show on the GildaGram Podcast. Go to drgilda.com for more information. Thanks, Dr. Gilda.
Thanks, Neil. It's
All
good to
right.
see you.
All right. You're listening and watching the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the GildaGram